What's going on, gamers? It's Ruby here, or Woke, and today we're going to be talking about this one game I had on, what is this map, Pearl River? Yeah, Pearl River. So the new Pearl River map, I had just got back into World of Tanks, and I was like, man, I can't believe they put this map back in the game. But we're rolling out with the SU130PM. It's kind of like a Scorpion G with a semi-traversable turret. You can go about 90 degrees to the left and the right. I have my friend with me here, who's also part of my clan, Teach. And we're rolling out with the double tank destroyer setup. Probably not the best setup for this map, since it's, I mean, you got the heavy flank up north, and then you have mid, basically. So keep an eye on this T-32 right here. This guy, oh man, what a meme this guy was. So I'm gonna put it in fixed camera so I can see what I was thinking at the moment. So at this moment I'm thinking, oh, I want to get up in mid and shoot people that are trying to cross into like this section of the map right here. I wanted to essentially get right here so I could shoot this right here and maybe get a couple G shots into heavy tanks or anyone that's playing here. My friend in the ISU said he wanted to go brawl with the heavies because this is essentially his last game on it, so he's like, screw it, we'll just go brawl with heavies. The ISU has an insane gun. It's got a 152 that is basically a tier 10 tank destroyer gun. It's horribly inaccurate. It has really good pen. It's the old BL-10 GISU before they nerfed it. And I am running some mods. I am running the gun sound mod, as you can hear. And that was just the ISU firing like a really loud boom in the distance. So my thought process here is, I kind of want to shoot this T-77. I don't want to take a shot for it. And kind of wait for him to not bug. Of course, he snaps a heat shell into the no fire this thing has. So of course, once we've got artillery fire coming in from both sides at the beginning of the match, our side got pummeled by artillery there. You don't really want to poke out on this T-77 again, because I see, yeah, this is really where situation is right as crazy. You gotta be aware of pretty much all flanks at the same time. I really don't want this WC to get free shots into me while I'm sitting there trying to poke on the mid guys. That's a bad shot. I'm just trying to get this WC out of the game. We'll see more of him later, but now I realize that these heavy tanks are going to push me. As soon as I see this, T-77's coming over this way, I'm like, nope. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be clipped out by a T-77. And it starts to see that we're losing south flank, and we're down on HP. 1,000. Basically just sitting here trying to be reactive instead of proactive and throw my hit points away, which is one of the things that generally happens with carry situations, which is what I end up doing in this game. The Scorpion G that's flying down this flank right here. I don't know how he crashes, but he does. Oh, he just kind of falls off the cliff. What a meme. And you can see that my platoon mate is pretty banged up, and he also realizes that we need to come back and start defending the base. Because enemy tank destroyers and medium tanks are starting to push thing I could say about this map is back in the olden days, heavy flank was, and mid were essentially the only two flanks that you could play on this map, because the south was literally unplayable. And at this point, I was like, okay, we need to deal with one flank and then come back to base. So I'm trying to free up the mid. My Tiger wasn't looking at me because I would have been hit for probably like 400. My platoon mate takes care of the Progetto. And this is a clutch moment right here. I'm like, okay, this Barask is gonna kill Stealth. And you hear the Barask shoot one, and then Stealth just collapses in return for 700 damage. And we're sitting there on TeamSpeak, like, just going wild, because he thought that he was dead there. But the Barask missed one. It was a terrible shot. Should have waited for that. But now you can see our T-32 friend is just sitting there on full hit points still. Just an absolute chat of a gamer who just sat in the back the entire time. He did get a hit, although I think he's firing HE. I'm actually quite surprised that I don't get spotted for that. Part of me is like, oh, he was in my view range circle. I should have gotten spotted for that. And you can see my platoon mate got killed by another Scorpion G, who's going to be sitting in the back at K8. And my friend tells me this, and I'm fully yep, and there he is. He's going to shoot Sunday in the ass. But he missed, because, you know, Scorpion G gun handling is pretty bad. And I would say that this position that I'm in right now is probably one of the strongest positions on the map, at least. Because you have a nice little rock here that, depending on where the enemies are coming from, like if they're coming from this direction, you can just back up, back over here. Or if you're feeling ballsy, you can go back there and try and side scrape around this rock. Or if they're coming from this direction, go down there, and over here. And you can see that my teammate is telling the T-32 to use his full HP. And at this point I'm like, okay, this T-32 must be a bot, because he's just following me everywhere. And at this point, I legit just almost flipped there. At this point I'm like, okay, I need to go take care of this Scorpion and this WC. Because I see that our Pantera is having trouble dealing with the artillery. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to carry this game. Yeah, because Pantera somehow managed to overturn his vehicle. And my thought is, okay, I need to get rid of this Scorpion G. And behold, he's just chilling right there. And I'm like, okay. Because our AMX is a one-shot. Yeah, he's got 191 hit points left. He's gonna get killed by anything. Like, artillery just needs to splash in the vicinity of his vehicle and he'll die. I mean, that's pretty much the same for me, since I'm a squishy tank destroyer. But... and I'm just thinking, okay, where'd this WZ go? And I see our T-32 thinking that he's, you know, gonna go to the right. Nope. Oh. Oh, this poor bot. And at this point, I'm laughing on TeamSpeak. I'm like, okay, he must be just locked onto me. Because there's literally nothing over there. and I take the kind of an aggressive route, and I see the AMX dies, so I know that the WZ is somewhere close to base. And you can see that my teammate is saying that it's basically up to me and the AMX to carry this game, and our T-32 is still going back to base. And I'm like, okay, alright dude, whatever. Now this was quite a risky play, but it turned out to work in the end. I crossed a whole bunch of open ground, and here I get spotted, so I'm like, okay, he's got to be in front of me somewhere. Yep, and there he is. So I think that he was gonna go down, but I didn't actually know that there was a ledge there that you can drop down to and go back around. So I'm like, okay, this T-32 needs to turn around and come and help me, because if this guy comes around behind me and tracks me, there's no way that I can win this game. But he just keeps running around in a circle, spotting me from artillery, which I was assuming was going to come one of these directions. But I'm trying to get a shot on this WC. The gun elevation on this thing isn't too bad, but I can't get the gun up enough to actually hit him in the turret. Because even though if I would hit the WC in the turret, it would most likely pen, since he doesn't have a lot of armor on his turret. Even if I would hit it at a weird angle, it would probably still go through. This was an absolute fog moment. So I was like, oh, I can get enough momentum to go up here. And a little tip is, if you press A and D really quickly, you can get enough traction to go up things like that. Normally you couldn't go up that with an SU, but if you keep pressing A and D, you can get enough traction to go up slopes like that. And I'm like, okay, where is really this WZ misses? So I'm like, okay, I got about 9 seconds before he reloads. And I'm just wondering where the artillery is, because he's not where I initially spotted him. I take an HE shell in the face, and I'm trying to get arty safe behind this little mound, because I really don't know where artillery is. And you can see our T-32 friend has finally arrived, still on full hit points. And there's artillery. I just kind of auto-aim that, which is not the best thing. And the game ends like that, with 6 kills and 3.8 thousand damage, with 200 assisting. I really didn't think I was going to win this game, because obviously the T-32 was a bot. Like, somewhere during the game, I actually pinged him, like, to follow me, and he actually started following me. So I was like, okay, yeah, then he's a bot. But, yeah, so my thoughts on Pearl River. It's an okay map. I literally don't think that this side of the map is useful at all. There's so much open ground that you have to cross. I would much rather be playing, like I said, right here, or in heavy tank area, or in mid, because if you're a light tank, you can get up here really easily and shoot people as they're trying to come up towards mid. And you have nice arrays of fire all into the south. There's literally, from here, you can shoot everything here, which is why I just don't think that this side of the map is good at all. That's just, I get that they reworked it and everything, and that there's more undulations and shit, but like, it's just not worth it in my opinion. But yeah, that was the Pearl River carry that I had in the SU130PM with this bot of a T-32. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.